Welcome back to our chess combination series, and today we have a game between world champion Garry Kasparov against Rafael Vaganian, who's another Russian grandmaster. So finally, we're gonna get to Kasparov's combinations, and the reason is I want to show you one of the scariest attacking tools chess players have. It's called the hook. Okay? So in this game, Garry gets to this position where both sides castle different ways. We have a king on c1, they have a king on g8. We're already starting our pawn storm with the h-pawn, but mate is a little bit far off because, okay, they still have the knight over here. Our c-file is not exactly the greatest. Anything can still happen. Rafael tries to get rid of our bishop. Clearly, he's not a fan, and he shouldn't be, because the bishop can be really scary. He can help the battery. He can help in this attack. He can help in that attack. Bishop takes e6, knight takes e6. It's just scary. So, of course, they want to get rid of him. But it's a little late. He's lagging behind. We're starting on our attack already. So as we're going for h7, all we need is to get rid of f6, and then h7 follows. Queen takes h7 mate. For example, bishop takes already loses. Okay, nothing special here, just a normal removal of the guard. That's why Rafael was like, no, puts a pawn there, said, no, you can't get to h7, it's mine. And then my bishop will help on the dashboard to cover everything. Of course, that's what they want to do, but what actually happens? Garry wanted the pawn here. He did all this hard work to get the pawn there, because now he'll get to use this for the hook. First step, say hello and get rid of the chimney. Second step, say hello and ask the bishop a question. Our knight can land into the outpost, stop their rook from ever coming and being annoying here. So the knight's actually pretty good. And when the bishop goes away, he decided he doesn't want to be here. Maybe he should have gone there, but on e7 he tries to hold the dark squares and dream about his own attack at the same time. But only that, he can dream, but not actually do it. Let's see why. Boom, get rid of the bishop and hide the king. We don't want any rook c8. Let's just stop that before it happens. Here is where the hook finally comes in. h5 and the hook opens up. And here comes the actual combination. So far, we've been just working towards the combination, and now we're getting there. The rook is saying hi to our queen. He's scaring us. He's saying, move the queen out the way, and then I can attack you again. You'll move it to e2. You won't have any attack. My knight will land on this outpost. I'll push the pawn, and I'll mate you. Okay, now Garry is like, nope, not gonna happen. You think I'm scared of your rook? No, I'm gonna take the pawn first, and we'll see what you do. If you take this way, I'll get to your pawn that way. Your pawn's gonna be sat on e6. If you take that way, thanks for the open h file. May just checkmate you. Black says, I'm not taking, I'm attacking. You're gonna move your queen like I told you to, and then I'm gonna take your knight like I told you to, and then I'll pick your pawn like I told you to. And he gets everything he wants in his perfect world, except who says our queen has to move? Okay, the next move is still pretty easy, right? Check. We collect with tempo. Now we're up 2 pawns and we're doing great. The king has to run away. Bishop check is still nice, right? Because they're looking at our queen and we say, no, I don't really care. Okay, I can ignore you. And this is where I want to pause for a second and ask you, how would you play? It's your turn. White to play and finish the combination. So far, we've been ignoring their attack. They've been coming at us, we've been ignoring and just going for that hook. Now it's time to cash in. Okay, how did he finish this game? 3 seconds, feel free to pause the video. 3, 2, 1. And congratulations if you said knight takes f6. Why are we giving up everything? We're giving up the knight. We're giving up the queen twice. We're giving it up to the rook and the knight. They can take with the rook and the bishop on f6. Why are we doing all this? Well, first of all, rook takes f6 just prolongs the pin after like queen g6 and rook h6 coming. I don't think he'll survive. This does not look survivable to me. And if you try something else, for example, taking on here, right? we were going to run back and ask him more questions. Okay. And in fact, maybe I would even throw this guy in the way. Okay. And it turns out that this diagonal is falling. Okay. He has no good way to stop the mate coming up. Right. Um, with the pawn here and the king here is just not enough rook pawns to keep him safe. So for that reason, he did not feel like taking our queen. Instead, he tried to take our knight. He tried to trade off the defender, and then, when the knight is gone, he gets rid of the bishop, and then the attack is over, and the queen is still here, and maybe we can still hit the queen after the bishop's gone. And Garry was like, nope, come on, keep taking my queen. I'm asking you nicely, just take my queen already. And every time he doesn't move the queen, he just leaves it there. Because right now, you can't take it, you're in check. But even next turn, after you'll take, we can take your knight. And even here, you can take the queen. At every moment for the last 5 moves, it was very tempting to take the queen, but you couldn't. Can't take it. Can't take it. Can't take it because of mate. And can't take it. Can't take it because if you take, there's check and mate coming very soon. These kings don't usually survive in chess, like I told you before. Easiest way is just this. If I want to be lazy, that's the easy way. All right. So because of that, he resigned. He had enough after bishop takes f6. He saw the knight falling. He saw the million extra pawns that white has. He saw the king who's gonna get mated later on anyway. So he said enough and resigned. So I hope you can use that in your game. I hope you can use the hook, push the H pawn whenever they have something on G6 and kick it. All right? And open up the file so you can checkmate like Garry. Thanks for watching, and until next time.